Hey guys, it's Darren. We're going to be talking about mobile creation today. So filming on your phone, the video quality on a phone is so good, but the audio always lacks. So this series is going to be about using different gimbals, different wireless microphones, Bluetooth microphones, or actual microphones like this, where you can attach them, and different accessories for using on your smartphone. We're also going to be talking about different accessories like the Osmo Pocket to get that mobile creation going. So what we're talking about today is this Bluetooth microphone. So this is a really small microphone that comes in white and black, and this should hopefully sound better. So an accessory like this, which is really small and it's Bluetooth, so there is advantages and disadvantages to this microphone, but let's switch over to this now and see if we can hear any difference. All right, so I've now got this attached to me. So I've got the white one on, and this has a little clip on the back of it here. So you just attach this to any clothing. What's great about this is what I like is that this doesn't need anything like this going into your phone because it's via Bluetooth. There isn't any connection required. So this should sound better than the audio before. So with this here, you also get two attachments in the box. So the first one is you get this little topper that you can put on top of the microphone, and it goes like that. So we're just going to do that now. I'm going to just stop the video so it doesn't hurt your ears and then put this onto the white one. All right, so I've now got this attached to the top of it, and it also comes with a wind muff as well. This wind muff, obviously for indoors, you're not going to need this, but for outside and windy conditions, this is great. What I would do is I would keep what I've got on now majority of all of the time. You don't need to have it like this because with the microphone here, any wind that's going to go onto there is going to be really distorted and not usable. So just keep this on, and then if you're going to be outside with lots of wind, it also comes with this. Now the downside to this is what I hope will come in a firmware update is that I'm using the SABINETek app to record this now. So the app is good. You've got different filters on there. You can also have this really good script function built into it where you can write your own scripts and you can see this on the app. So that's great. But you can't use this audio device using the native camera app. So because I'm using an iPhone to record this, I can't use an iPhone app. I have to use a SABINETek app. So to get it to work with your iPhone, you can, if you have two of these, attach one to your iPhone and have the other one connected to your clothing or to somebody else, and then one will act as a receiver and one will act as a transmitter. So I've now switched back to the iPhone audio. So it is a really cool little device, and I really like the advantage of this, not having to connect anything. So if you're walking around just hand holding your phone, you could hold your phone like this and have this audio attached to you. The downside to other wireless microphones is you've always got the cable attached to the bottom of it. And then for instance, like this wireless microphone here, if we just attach this, I'll talk about this in another video, you've always got something dangling around like that. So this is more convenient. But this again is the iPhone audio. It's only going to be good if you can tell the difference. I find it more immersive, but we should be able to tell the difference when we go outside. I'm going to be testing it on the iPhone 10 and also on the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and then using this microphone as well. Let's go. So this is what it now sounds like outside with this wind muff on. So what does this audio sound like? I'm going to switch it now to the iPhone audio without this microphone and see what that sounds like. So this is now the iPhone audio without this microphone attached. So can you tell a difference? It should hopefully, this should now be picking up more sounds all around and not be as immersive using the iPhone as the audio device. So when it's attached to your t-shirt using this, obviously it's not as obvious. This microphone also comes in white as well, and using mobiles for mobile creation, you want to have good audio as well as good pictures. So this iPhone 10 relatively cheap now, so you could have something like this as your video device. What about the audio? Do you need a device like this? So now I've switched over to this topper that you get with the microphone as well. I'm still using the iPhone audio and the iPhone native cameras. Let's switch over to this now and let's see if we can tell any difference. So I'm now using this in the vertical landscape using the microphone. Oh, they got took out by a twig there. So this is what it sounds like, pretty close to me. So you could use this as a portable microphone, which should sound better than the actual audio on your phone. All right, now I'm putting it to the test. This is filming now on the iPhone 12 Pro Max selfie camera. So this should be a lot better quality, but also the audio on the iPhone 12 is so much better and upgraded. So what does this now sound like between the iPhone 12 Pro Max as your all-in-one filming setup? So you could use this as audio, you could use this as your photography and your videography. But there's a bit of wind now, so we're going to just walk around still using this iPhone 12 Pro Max, and then we're going to switch over to this. And you might already have this phone, you might have one of the latest Samsung phones. You know, the phones these days are so good with the or stability as well, and the audio video, do you need this? So let's test it out and see if we can tell any difference between this as the iPhone audio and then this as the actual microphone audio. All right, so I've now switched over to the microphone app for recording and also for the video. So when I switched over to 4K then, that was an issue for me, is I looked so pale, just the colours just looked zapped out of me completely. So you have to use a 1080p resolution on here for your selfie. So that's a problem. You should be able to use 4K, you should be able to use whatever is on your phone. You know, that's fair enough, I don't want to use filters at all. But when I switched over to that 4K, that didn't look very good. But what does this sound like? You know, this is now a 1080p selfie camera using this. I could switch over and use a back facing camera if I wanted, it won't be a problem. But I'm on about just ease of use. Does this sound good? Does it sound bad? It should sound better than the iPhone. What do we think? All right, so I'm now using this microphone attached to me. I'm going to walk a bit further back and we'll just see how far you can actually walk still using this. This is obviously because should be an advantage to using something like this, because you know, I'm completely hands-free now. I don't have my phone, I can just have it on a tripod over here. So as I walk back, you should still be able to hear me. I should be able to get knocked out by a bush again. I should be able to walk away. And are you still able to pick me up? I have no idea. I could attach a headphone to this and, you know, listen to the audio myself, but walking all the way back here, you know, this is gonna be an advantage because I can still record, because I can walk around and go, oh, this is a nice tree, isn't it? So this should be an advantage if this Bluetooth is still able to connect from the phone all the way to me at that distance. All right, so in conclusion, I think this is a pretty cool gadget for the price. I love the ingenuity of some of the things on the app, and I also don't like some of the things as well. So I like this script on the corner. I think that's brilliant. I've not seen that on many other apps at all, to be able to program it in a script, and then you could just record and use this script every so often. And because it's so close to the actual selfie camera, you know, I can be looking at this script and it's not too obvious, especially if I stand a bit further back. So that's a fantastic advantage to this. What I don't like is when using 4K, which you should be able to do pretty much on every phone now, is that when you use 4K, you don't have the options of some things like filters. And also some of the colors seem to be washed out when I showed that example before. What I love is that this is completely now hands-free. Nothing is attached to my phone. This is all done via Bluetooth. So some other microphones like this, wireless microphones, you have to have something attached into the actual phone. So the ability now to not have to do that is definitely an advantage. So there are certain parts of this which I really like, and I think the manufacturers of this with some updates could make this even better. I think the audio is good. If you're using this as on a tripod for making YouTube videos, then indoors, you know, you're going to get a more immersive actual sound from this. Outdoors, yes, is going to pick up less actual ambient sounds because it's so close to you rather than using a phone. So let's just switch now, just to remind you what the phone sounds like, this kind of angle, but the phone audio. All right, so I'm same distance away. I'm now using the phone, using the native phone camera app. So the selfie camera, it's still attached to this tree on a tripod, but this is the audio. Now, if I get really close, the audio sounds pretty good on this phone, but as I get further away, you know, if I want to stand this way and talk about something or show you something, this is where that audio falls apart, because the iPhone, although it's good, picks up sounds from the front, the back, the side, so it's picking up sounds from everywhere, whereas something like this is going to be more directional, and you can have it here or you can have it hold it in front of you like an actual microphone or attached to you. This is going to be better. So yeah, it's good, needs some improvements, but for the price of it, it's a really pretty quirky device. Hope you found that helpful, guys. Again, this is the iPhone audio. If you want to pick one of these up, it'll be linked in the description below. Take care, see you soon, bye bye.